Yes, thank you to Bev, to you. Such a beautiful place. I'm so happy to be here and to perform. Okay, so I've got three poems for you guys today. The first poem is called Being and Belonging and Longing. So I wrote this poem because of a friend. She'd asked me to write a poem for, she's putting together a documentary about, I guess, the diaspora of people and going to different places and feeling like you belong to that place, but also that dissonance that you have. So I wrote this poem. It was difficult, but I'll let share it with you today. So, belonging and longing. Drifting in search of belonging. I forgot to just be. Now I'm only left with longing. Tell me, where are you from? Because I'm a child of the world. So I always wonder, where do I belong? Left my homeland when I was 6 years young. A few friends came knocking for me, only to find I was long gone. Raised in Africa, but made from the earth itself, so I got many layers. Back home, it was all love of community and Sunday prayers, loud markers of constant naysayers. Over here, it's all individualism and profit shares. Everyone's looking to take what's rightfully theirs. The warmth of home fades, soiled up by the city lights. A brave new world, where worth is measured in social heights. Living at the intersection of these two identities, they try to confine me, give me dual nationalities. But can a legal status really define me? I'm a part of the cosmos, as vast can be. Guess I just needed the space to breathe. Too many old memories I had to learn to grieve. In a subtle effort of trying not to forget, I've tried to capture these moments in poetic vignettes. Yet sometimes, a sudden sadness arises from inside. I'm still seeking something missing, and missing something left behind. A shade over my heart, growing up I often felt apart. Existential angst of a young man where life imitates art. But I quickly learned in school that when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That's why since university, I've been on a constant mission, forgetting tradition and chasing ambition. But deep down I know I also crave recognition, even though I like to say it's only to improve my family situation. So now I'm freeing myself from that cultural addiction, because on that path lies the road to perdition. Falling or flying, feeling the vertigo of liminal spaces. I'm the blue moon, cycling through its different phases. So calling me back like you've gone too far yonder. Within me, I feel sweet songs, feel the fervent wonder. Finally, my mind's free, and I'm out of the maze. So when my world turns sideways, I just sit back and stargaze. I'm trying to wander more, slow down and ponder more. Out in the meadow, alone and sprawled out on the floor. Deep breaths, like I never known stillness before. To figure out what belonging really is, I look past culture, we're deeper than the surface. Decades of inner conflict, but suddenly reached catharsis. Simply put, I realized that home is where the heart is. Thank you. So this next poem I performed before. It's called Love in a Capitalist Society. It's a poem that I wrote about my, I guess, experience in this society that we live in, and just the view of love that we have and how we can manifest in different places. So it's, again, love in a capitalist society. So lately, I've been seeking that Shakespearean type of love. So I'm avoiding the decadent, redefining my idea of relationships, deepening the sentiment. I'm lucid dreaming, spiraling, because it seems like romantic love's dying. My friends say I'm out of touch and I'm thinking too much. They're like, it's okay to relax and let these apps be a crutch. I feel lost in translation of a whole generation. Truth is, our modern view of love rarely meets my expectation. Would you rather be loved and understood, or simply left alone as long as you think you're good? But what do I know? I hate to admit, but sometimes I'm the hypocrite. If real love is short so proud, then I'll take the counterfeit. Another young man camping at the bit, caught up in desire, looking for a need of connection within a haystack on fire. Find myself transfixed by the lady in the red dress, distracted and free falling into the matrix. Should I give in to my lust for nature, lured into the lion's den, never to be seen again? or give my whole self to the stranger, resigned to loving again. She's like, what a travesty that you expect so much of me. How about we just simply enjoy each other's company? Because I've been hurt before and I feel like I can't trust anymore. I'm like, a baby, that's what real loving is for. Leave your diffidence at the door. Allow me to adore all the parts of you society told you to ignore. No riz, just speaking from the heart with deep curiosity, letting go of pretense and finding common ground in this lonely city. Deep conversations and laughter, slowly mending the broken parts of each other. Then maybe we'll long for a future where we sing lullabies together. So I'm singing stop, look and listen to your heart, and love might set you free. Because transactional love in a capitalist society, that could never be me. Thank you. Thank you very much. And to finish off, I've got a poem that I call Old Enough to Understand. It's pretty long, but bear with me. It begins like this. You know, I used to escape into stories, so I realized the truth's madder than fiction. Like everyone's out here searching for what they're missing, fishing for connection, but the lust keeps us guessing. Or maybe I'm just generalizing, perpetuating a stereotype from an ignorant position. So I tell you my story, to which I hope there's no objection. Will you lend me your ear till I realize my conclusion? Old enough to understand, or who really wants to understand? Late night worrying about what it takes to be a man, because the people that protected you now need protecting, and the struggle has made you aware of what they're expecting. So you embark on a pilgrimage to do what needs to be done, making the mistake of thinking they're on a journey of one. Still, credit to the man who stands inside the arena, sand beneath his feet with the sun blaring over you. It makes all the more sweeter when the clouds begin to form, and all the choice you ever had was to be reborn. Some old wounds and bruises you suffer from myself are most personal with abusers. But see, that's just the perspective, because I'm still a young man, discovering himself or trying to do what he can. Even when I do accomplish, I don't feel like I can accept it. I'm jaded to the compliments, because I feel like I'm just winging it. I've been given this opportunity, but I've also worked hard for this. Found the light within myself after staring into the abyss, with a mind so sharp that it often cut itself. Yet for years I stayed stoic, denying help, prison of my own making while I sat myself, thinking about how others would judge my choices and disregard the ways I cope my own vices. Drowning the expectations that I placed onto myself, with ambition comes a new desire to create within yourself. She says, you know, you really gotta be kind to yourself, fall if you must, but learn to pick up yourself. But I get caught up in what everyone else expects me to be. The irony is, I don't even know how I'm supposed to be. Really, I'm just pushing around, waiting for the Lord to guide me. Outside in the rain, praying that He protects me. Then the pitter-patter sounds are followed by a boom. Down the cracks, the heavens open up and offers me a boon. Live life in harmony, cause it all ends in jeopardy. Bare your soul for all to see, to live for eternity. Truth is, I'm still trying to figure the meaning of love out. Live as the new me, but sometimes the old me stares out. Think self-love is the only way to move that boundary and live with enough joy to fill up a granary. A lover once asked her beloved, do you love yourself more than you love me? The beloved replied, I can only love you if I have enough love for me. Like an ant, I carry grains of love too heavy for me. But the pain of lost love leaves when the memories fade, and the truth that's within your soul now has to be repaid. The strings to your heart are made, then unmade. Where the love blossoms, the heart's never really the same. Learn to accept the rose given by any other name. So he's bold to the vanquished, my heart is hers to claim. Feeling like life and me are really becoming friends. Give me problems and solutions just to make amends. Sure, my boys need perspective, now we all grew to be men. Letting go by killing the ego is almost kind of zen. The mind's in a good place, I'm whispering, keep going. But if the heart yearns for home, then his voice am I following? A friend of mine said it best, the stage of in-betwixt, where you wake up to old problems you now have to fix, where you feel an evolution, but you're still the same person. The notifications only disappear when you finally learn the lesson. How do you deal with this new problem? The answers to keep growing. Feel like I went to the twilight zone without even knowing. Sitting beneath all the trees, fully for it to start snowing. I had a dream that foreshadowed what's in store for me. My body would hold me and finally sets me free, where the mystery of the universe stretches out before me. When I laid out my fears, my hopes, and my doubts, and all the important dreams I thought I couldn't live without. I'll be back in the hut again, and then leave my grandma's eyes, listening to her sing. Reunited where the dark stops, the will kill loved again. Me and my maker will finally know each other again. Only be forgiven before we start the cycle again. In the end, love is really all that remains. If in the time we're given, try to gather all you can. Suddenly I think I'm finally old enough to understand. Amen, my dad. Amen.